And so I saw this unmasked Batwoman, and I feel like this head is really good in terms of like Lois Lane. And so I'm probably going to use this head. This body, I don't even know if this body is going to have any use for me. It's just got too much going on, and modifying it would be like a really heavy job. But yeah, I think I'm going to be able to, from there, at least make 2 female figures, and then if I get lucky in the future, I could find a good kind of skirt and blazer kind of figure, or make one for Lois's head. That's where I am so far. So I picked up this Michonne figure, which I'm going to use combined with the Batwoman unmasked figure in order to create a Lois Lane. I think the jacket probably needs some work. Like, I gotta shave off stuff and then cover up some of these things, like this weird bandage and just stuff that makes it look kind of like drab. But other than that, I think the scarf is removable as long as I remove her head. And then next thing I'm wondering about is how should I deal with this leg, because these are kind of short pants with these boots and stuff, and seems to be some blemishes in the pants. For Lois Lane, I want her legs to be exposed here, so I'm thinking maybe I can chop off this leg or something, and then put in another pair of legs. I actually have a spare pair of legs because of the Diamond Select Sue Storm that I have. She had changeable legs, and so I actually have another pair of legs that I could maybe attach onto this and use as just bare legs, and then she would have heels in the bottom, hopefully, but I don't know if she does have heels. I think she's just probably barefoot, but it would be better than these boots, because I don't think, I mean, technically I could just live with this and use it as a Lois Lane body, but I just trying to reproduce kind of that 90s Lois Lane, and so trying to get closer to it at least. Okay, so I got everything painted and spray sealed. This leg I'm worried about. This is a leg from the Invisible Woman, but the Invisible Woman legs are detachable, and so I put some milliput, or green stuff actually, on top here to kind of recreate the socket, and I don't know if that's gonna work, but hopefully it does work. And also I know that I know that the upper thighs here are actually bigger than the sockets for this leg, and that's because the legs are actually thicker, and so Michonne has a thinner leg than Sue Storm, and so I'm gonna have to do some adjustments of some type. But yeah, everything turned out well. This is the Lois Lane head. I don't know if you can tell, but I put some blue in the eyes, and then also made her hair kind of brown. And the good thing about the Michonne figure is it comes apart pretty nicely. It just you can just take it apart, and all these things are separate, so you can actually paint them the way you like. Yeah. So hopefully after this, I'm gonna let the spray seal dry a little bit more before assembling it, because I don't want the paint to crumble. So an update with the Lois Lane. The skirt doesn't fit on these massive thighs now. So I'm gonna have to make a new skirt or modify this one using some I suppose green stuff would be the best thing to use. So that's just yeah, usually this slips on, but since I'm gonna make it anyways, I'm probably gonna cut this skirt up, and I'm thinking put it on like this, and then put some green stuff around the sides to give it the proper shape. So I finally finished my Lois Lane figure, and so this is the final product. It's their purse. This is a modified Michonne. This microphone is from the Todd McFarlane figure, which I modified into a Jimmy Olsen, and so I've got this kind of duo here. But yeah, overall, I think that I thought this figure was going to be really easy, and in many ways it was easy, but in some ways it was complicated. For example, the skirt, I basically had to remold a skirt because the thighs were too big, and then that caused the coat to have to kind of flex around it, and then push the coat upwards as well, which and then I had to add a collar to the coat as well. That made it so the head wouldn't entirely fit, and so the head here is not really movable. It's held together by green stuff, and as you can see, there's a gap here, but you don't really notice it, and so I'm okay with that. And you can't really turn the head anyways because for some reason these female hair sculpts, they're just really stiff, and they interfere with mobility. And it's actually the same. Oop, she's just holding her purse up. And it's the same with the Maxima figure I made. The hair just, and that hair is from the Sue Storm Diamond Select figure, and so that's just the way it is. Now I am noticing an issue I have here now, which is that I did mean to paint part of her cuffs white to show that her work shirt is coming outside of her blazer thing, but then I forgot about it, and now I'm not sure if I really want to do it, because if I do, I'm gonna have to spray it again, and then usually if I keep spraying, it becomes more tacky and kind of weird. And I've noticed something weird lately is that all my spray sealed stuff, if it contacts with stuff too long and pushes too much against it, it will actually stick to that stuff and be removed. And so yeah, for now this is fine. I'm pretty happy with this Lois. This was my plan for this head the first time I saw it on the Batwoman Unmasked, and so I think this shade of brunette worked out for. I have no idea why it's not focusing properly. Yeah, so I think this brunette shade worked on her, and then the blue eyes, they're more noticeable to me than it would be probably on camera. Let's see. But yeah, we need more good head sculpts. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with this, and I think it worked out well.